Hello, good evening again. Am I audible to you all? Please let me know in the chat box. In the last lecture already we have started a new chapter which is nothing but circle, and in that lecture we have seen important two theorems and many more numerical question might be asked on that theorem, right? So before starting with the today's session, just let me know in the chat box am I audible to you or not. Okay, can we start it? Yes. So in the last lecture, we have already few theorems. So in the first half, we'll just go through few important chapters. The first theorem is that equal chords of a circle or of a congruent circle are equidistant from the center or centers, right? So what is the meaning of chord? Chord is nothing but a segment which is joining any two points on the circle, right? So we are talking about equal chords of a circle. If length of that segment is equal, then we'll say it as a equal chords. So equal chords of a circle or congruent circles are equidistant from the centers. So first of all, we'll just consider two chords. Suppose here we have AB and CD, such chords where segment AB is same as segment CD. Okay, getting this up? So what is the proof? We just have to check that the chord CD and chord AB will be equidistant from the center P. ये हमें करना है, right? So we just consider perpendicular drawn from P to the chord AB as well as a perpendicular PN drawn for the CD from the center P. So we have to prove that PM equals to PN. So again, if we have to prove this thing, then we are going to use that CPCT test, and for that you must that given triangles are congruent. But before that, are you able to see triangle here? Not exactly, right? So we'll just draw the line P and PD. So we'll just draw two lines PB and PD. We know that B and D are just points on the circle. So obviously PB and PD is nothing but radius here. Okay. So now draw PB and PD. So for that proof, what you will do actually, first thing is that there is two triangles. So if you have to show that given two triangles are congruent, so we just have to go through some cases. I can easily see that is a perpendicular angle, right? Already we have proved this one in our first step. So as PM is perpendicular to AB, it means that we can say for the triangle PNB, M is a 90-degree one, and for PND, N is a 90-degree. So is the case. We know that AB equals to CD. It is nothing but the given case. So we know that perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisect the chord. It means that just because of this M, we can say that AM is same as BM, right? So half of AB is nothing but MB and half of CD is nothing but NB. Okay, right? So the side which we have in our two corresponding triangle is nothing but MB equals to NB. Now we'll just go for the actual proof. So in the triangle PNB and PND, we can say that obviously PNB and PND are 90-degree one, correct? Just like this. So next thing is that if it is the case, then just side opposite to the 90-degree one, which is nothing but hypotenuse, we can see that here hypotenuse is equal because PB and PD is nothing but radii of the same circle. Getting this one? Okay. Now MB equals to ND. We have just proved here in the first statement. Second thing is that 90-degree one, and obviously opposite hypotenuse will be equal, which is nothing but opposite sides of 90-degree. Reason is nothing but radius of the same circle. So using RHS criterion, we can say that triangle PMB is congruent to triangle PND, right? But we just have to check for what will be the value of PM and PN. Obviously, it will be equal, and the reason is nothing but CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So here we have proved that if we have two chords with the equal length, then it will be equidistant from the center. Okay. Now, obviously, converse part. Chords equidistant from the center of a circle are equal in length. So first of all, we'll consider a circle and two chords from it. And those chords should be equidistant from the center. Just like this. So suppose there will be two chords AB and CD which are equidistant from the center. Suppose PM will be the distance from P to AB and PN will be the distance from P to CD. So as PM and PN are equal, this is the given part, we have to prove that AB equals to CD. AB equals to CD. So again, we have done for the last two cases. If we have to go for the some proof, or we have to prove that two sides are equal or two angles are equal, first of all, we check that can we use that CPCT theorem here, right? It means that we just have to go for the congruence of it. But before that, there should be two triangles. So again, we'll just draw PB and PD, which is nothing but radius of the same circle. So just because of this PM and PD, we can say that in the triangle PMB and PNB, M and N is nothing but the 90-degree one. Second thing, side opposite to the 90-degree, that is PB and PD will be equal. The reason is nothing but radius of the same circle. So hypotenuse PB is same as hypotenuse PD. And the third given this is that the distance will be same, right? So we can say that PM equals to PN. PM equals to PN. Therefore, triangle PMB is congruent to triangle PND. Triangle PMB is congruent to triangle PND. Reason is nothing but RHS rule. Okay, but we are talking about this AB, and we know that PM is a perpendicular drawn for the chord. So after all, we can use that. If it is a 90-degree, then we have say given chord. But before that, we'll just prove here MB equals to ND, which is nothing but corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, getting this one? So if MB equals to ND, then we can say that twice of MB is same as twice of ND, but twice of MB is nothing but AB. Twice of MB is same as twice of ND, but twice of MB is nothing but AB, as well as twice of D is nothing but CD. Hence, we have proved here AB equals to CD using the case there perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord bisects the chord. Perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord bisect the chord. Getting this one? Good practice. Very good. समझ में आ रहा है, ये क्लियर हो रहा है पूरा. फर्स्ट हमने थ्योरम देखा, सेकंड इज नथिंग बट जस्ट इट्स कॉन्वर्स पार्ट. फर्स्ट जो हमने लेक्चर में थ्योरम किया था वो रिलेटेड टू दिस था, perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord bisect the chord. So already we have seen proof for this as well as converse this one, right? So in the first we have gone for it. Now we'll just try to solve few questions based on those two theorems we have just read. If two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle, then prove that the segments of the one chord are equal to corresponding segment of the other chord. So first thing is that what is the meaning of chord? Chord is the thing, but we are just joining any two points on the circle. So in this case, we are considering that here AB intersects CD, chord AB intersecting chord CD at point P. If it is the case, then segment of one chord are equals to corresponding segment of the other chord. So correspondence आपको सिद्ध करना है फिर, okay? See, here AB intersecting CD at the point P. So just because of this point P, we can say that the chord AB is divided into two parts. The first one will be AP, the second one will be PB. So आपको सिर्फ इजी जाने के लिए हम ऐसे assume करते हैं that just because of this point P, जो भी आपका chord का greater part लेने वाला है, it will be AP and smaller part will be PB. Correct? Getting this one? Similarly, जो भी आपका greater part रहेगा for this AB, उसके corresponding CD में से आप क्या बोलोगे? Again उसका greater part, which is nothing but PD or DP. Getting this one? ये समझ में आ रहा है? ये equal है कि आपको prove करना है. Okay? Done. So what we have done first question, अगर आपको ये मिल जाए that there are two equal chords, अगर chords equal रहते हैं, then those two chords will be equidistant from O. Those two chords will be equidistant from the center, right? So we just use it. We know that we can draw a perpendicular from the center to chord, then obviously it will be of that 90 degree. And second case is that we have just that theorem. If length of two chords are equal, then those two chords are equidistant from the center. So for the first case, suppose we are considering OM perpendicular to AB, and for the second chord C D, we'll consider ON, which is perpendicular to CD. So at the construction, we have just drawn these two perpendiculars. So again, orange is आपको क्या पता है? Perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord, bisect the chord, right? Will bisect the chord. It means that just because of this point M, we can say that AM equals to MB as well as, which is nothing but half of AB, and N equal to DN is nothing but half of CD. But already you know that AB and CD are equal, right? We are considering two equal chords. We know that AB and CD will be equal. Hence, we can say that AM is same as NB. AM is same as NB. And NB is same as NC. Getting this one? We have just used the first theorem, perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord, bisect the chord. Hence, M will work as a midpoint for AB. Similarly, M will work as a midpoint for CD. But we know that if we are talking about two equal chords, then AB and CD are equal. Now, again, if we are talking about this part MP, then we'll just draw another line OP such that we can see there will be two triangles, and for that again we'll use congruence test for those two triangles. See, in the triangle MPO and NPO, MPO and NPO, are you able to see this 90-degree sign? Okay, so measure of angle ONP is equals to measure of angle ONP, each of 90 degree. Second test is that OP and OP will be equal. It is nothing but a common side for two triangles. And third case is that this. Okay, therefore OM and ON will be equal because we know that ये जो आपके पास मिलने वाले थे two chords, those are equal in the length. So we are talking about two equal chords. So we know that for any circle having two equal chords, it will be equidistant from the origin. So obviously OM and ON will be equal. So angle, side, angle. Getting this one? We can say that triangle OMP is congruent to triangle ONP using RHS rule. Right angle triangle, opposite one and one common side. So as OMP and OMP are congruent, it means that we can say that MP equals to NP, and reason is nothing but CPCT. Reason is nothing but CPCT. Okay. So if we are talking about AP, then AP is nothing but I can see A, M, P are three collinear points. So length of AP is nothing but length of AP plus length of MP. Length of AP equals to length of AM plus MP. So we can say that adding equation and put MP plus AM, it's same as NP plus NT. So AP equals to PD means जो भी कुछ just because of this intersecting point chord के जो आपने two parts भी consider किए थे उसमें से जो greater segment रहेगा it will be equal in length ये आपने prove किया. Now second case, we know that AB equal to CD, right? So if AB equals to CD and AP equals to PD, then we just subtract equation 7 from the third one. So you will get AB minus AP equals to CD minus PD. So you will get that PD equals to CP. Getting this one? Clear हो रहा है ये? Yes, everyone? Okay. Should we go for the next question? Good. Here we have the next question. So if two equal chords of a circle, if two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle, then prove that the point of intersection to the curve makes equal angle with the chord. बहुत बड़ा कुछ स्टेटमेंट है हम पार्ट वाइज देखते हैं. First thing is that two equal chords of the circle, so we can say that CD and AB are equal in length, intersect within the circle. So P is nothing but point of intersection for those two chords. So first part is that AB equals to CD because those will be two equal chords. Second case is that P is a point of intersection. So we have just the last lecture that if it is a case then DP equal and many more things. That line joining the point of intersection to the center, the line joining point of intersection to the center makes equal angle with the chord. Makes equal angle with the chord. Again, the thing is that if you are talking about आपको prove करना था two segment का length equal रहेगा, or you just have to prove that there will be two angles whose will be same. So in that case, first of all, you have to check that can you form a triangle which will contain the given part. So for that you can easily use Cbse theorem and can go further. Okay. So what you have to prove here? We just have to prove that OP, the line joining point of intersection and center, makes equal angle with the chord. Makes equal angle with the chord. That is just because of segment. We just have to prove that if and P का angle that is OPA it's same as OPD. ये करना है आपको prove. Okay, OPA it's same as OPD. ये आपको prove करना है. But again what I have to you, अगर आपको ऐसा कुछ prove करना है सर्कल के केस में तो सबसे पहले चेक करो क्या आप वहां पे ट्रायंगल फॉर्म कर सकते हो क्या. If you can easily form the triangle there, then first of all आप congruency of triangle का use करोगे and after that we go for CPCT. So we know that if we are talking about a chord, whenever there is a center and a chord, we can draw a perpendicular from the center to the chord. We can just draw the perpendicular the chord, right? So if it is a case, then we know that just because of this point E, the E and EC will be equal. So we'll just talk about these two cases. In the triangle OPE and OP, in the triangle OPF and OPE, first thing is that I can easily see there is a 90-degree one. So measure of angle OFP is same as measure of angle OPE, nothing but 90 degree. OFP is same as OEP, which is nothing but 90 degree. The next case, side OP is common between these two triangles. Second case is that OP is nothing but a segment which is just opposite to the 90-degree one. It means that it will be a hypotenuse, right? OP equals to OP, which is nothing but a common side. And next case is that we just talking about OE and OP. We know that AB and CD are two equal chords. So if there will be two equal chords for a circle, then obviously it will be equidistant from the center. So we can prove here OF and OE are equal. OF and OP are equal. So just using three cases, we can easily go for the RHS criterion of a congruency of a triangle. Therefore, triangle OPF is congruent to triangle OPE by RHS rule. So once you are done with this congruency of a triangle, जो भी आपको यहाँ पे प्रूव करना था एंगल के बारे में, जस्ट चेक दैट OPE एंड OPF आपको करस्पॉन्डिंग पार्ट मिलते हैं क्या? ऑब्वियसली वो करस्पॉन्डिंग है, राइट? सो वी कैन से दैट measure of angle OPF is equals to measure of angle OPE. Reason is nothing but corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Done with this. आप यूज क्या करो, देखो ईच एंड एवरी केस के लिए सिर्फ आपको सबसे पहले चेक करना है आप ट्रायंगल वहां पे फॉर्म कर सकते हो क्या. वंस यू विल गेट दैट ट्रायंगल, उसके बाद जस्ट आपको चेक करना है सीपीसीटी का यूज कैसे कर पाओगे. गेटिंग दिस वन? गुड, वेरी गुड. Should we go for the next question then? Hence, we have proved that measure of angle OPA is same as OPD. OPA is same as OPD. Now, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, कई बार पूछा जाता है. ओके, इधर आपको डायरेक्टली थ्योरम प्रूव करने के लिए, रिजल्ट प्रूव करने के लिए पूछा जाएगा, या फिर कुछ न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज आपको दिए जाएंगे एंड फॉर दैट आपको ये करना है. If a line intersects two concentric circles, which is nothing but circle with the same center, at A, at PQRS, then prove that PQ equals to RS. Here we have two concentric circles and a line intersecting these two circles. If it is a case, then we have to prove that PQ and RS will be equal. Okay, we'll just go for it. We can see that PQ and RS are just part of this whole segment PS, right? But PS is nothing but chord for the greater one, right? PS is just a chord for the larger circle. Getting this one? Okay. Now, we know that if you will just draw a line, if you will just draw a perpendicular from the center to the chord, then it will act as a bisector. Correct? So, we'll just draw AM perpendicular to PS. We'll just draw AM perpendicular to PS. So now we'll just talk about the larger circle. Okay, we know that AM is perpendicular to PS, therefore PM equals to MS. Because if it is a case, we have seen in the first theorem that a perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord is nothing but a bisector, right? So M will work as a midpoint here. So we can do that PM equals to MS. Now next case is that PQ plus QM equals to MR plus RS, right? Already that PM equals to MS. but we'll just split this segment Pn because I can see P, Q, M are just linear points. So instead of writing Pm, I will just rewrite this as a PQ plus Qm equals to Mr plus Rs. अब बोल सकते हो कर सकते हो नेक्स्ट पार्ट सी वी जस्ट हैव टू कमेंट ऑन दिस पार्ट pq and rs it means that if you can easily say that qm and rm are equal then we are done with this part right there was two concentric circles we have only used this theorem for the larger one so what we can see if we can prove that Qm is equal to Rm, then we can just cancel it out. So you will get your requirement. So now just consider the smaller circle. For that smaller circle, QR will work as a chord. Are you getting this point? QR will work as a chord and AM is nothing but perpendicular to the chord QR. AM is nothing but perpendicular to this chord QR. So again using this result perpendicular drawn from the chord, the circle the chord bisect the chord. So we can say that as QR is nothing but chord of the smaller circle. So just because of this AM, we can say that QM and RM will be equal. QM and RM will be equal. Are you getting this one? Yes or no? Raja, is it okay? Fine. So we already know that Qm and Mr are equal. So for this first equation, we'll just replace this Mr by Qm here. We'll just replace this Mr by Qm. So PQ plus Qm is same as Qm plus Rs. I think next part आपको easily अभी दिखाई दे रहा है, right? Can you guess the next part? We'll just cancel this Qm with Qm. So you can say that PQ and RS are equal. PQ and RS will be equal. Okay. Hence the required part. That's it. If you want to take a screenshot, just go through it. If you want to just take a screenshot, just go through it. Okay. Done with this? क्लियर हो रहा था जो भी सर्कल ये चैप्टर है मैंने लास्ट लेक्चर में भी आपको बोला था बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है कई रिजल्ट्स आपको दिखाई देंगे बट ऑब्वियसली जो भी नेक्स्ट थ्योरम आपका रहेगा उसमें आपको प्रीवियस थ्योरम का यूज करना ही पड़ता है मतलब ये जो भी कुछ हमने किया था ना दैट इफ वी हैव टू इक्वल कॉर्ड्स देन फॉर दैट हमने फर्स्ट रिजल्ट का भी यूज किया ही है एंड ये मैंने आपको प्रूव करने के टाइम के लिए भी बोला था आपको कई बार यूज करना पड़ता है जब भी आपको कॉर्ड दिखाई देगा आप हमेशा कंसीडर कर सकते हो वी कैन ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम सेंटर टू दिस कॉर्ड ओके नाउ this part is again one of important one that cyclic quadrilateral cyclic quadrilateral is nothing but quadrilateral का मतलब क्या रहता है a polygon having four side four point something like this cyclic quadrilateral is nothing but quadrilateral such that all the vertices will be on circle only. Cyclic quadrilateral is nothing but we are just considering a special quadrilateral such that each and every vertex of that quadrilateral will lie on the circle. See, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is nothing but are on the circle. So such quadrilateral is called as a cyclic quadrilateral. That is a quadrilateral whose all the four vertices lie on the circle is called cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. So what is the property of cyclic quadrilateral? Again, for this property, they might ask you one marker question or कुछ theorems, कुछ result आपको prove करना पड़ेगा. The sum of either pair of opposite angle is 180 degree. The sum of either pair of opposite angle. So obviously you can say that if you are talking about this cyclic quadrilateral ABCD, then A and C will be first pair of opposite angles. So those will be symmetrical. Similarly, B and D will be another pair of opposite triangle. So measure of angle B plus measure of angle D will be 1. Okay. A and C, B and D are two pairs of opposite angles. Then using this property, we can say that measure of angle A plus measure of angle C equals to 180, as well as measure of angle B plus measure of angle D is equal to 180. Are you getting this one? याद रह सकते हैं आपको साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल का मतलब क्या है? ऐसा वाला क्वाड्रिलेटरल जिसके सारे वर्टिसेस आपको सिर्फ सर्कल पे मिलेंगे. प्रॉपर्टी आप कौन सी यूज करने वाले हो? जो भी कुछ आपको अपोजिट लेंगे, opposite pair of a cyclic quadrilateral are symmetric. मतलब उनका टोटल आपको 180 मिल सकता है. See, now we have this question. If O is the center of the circle and DAM, DAB, DAB equals to 50 degree, then find the value of X and Y in the following figure. साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल अगर रहता है तब भी आप सिर्फ यूज कर सकते हो. अदरवाइज आपको ऐसे लगेगा यहाँ पे एक्स एंड वाई अपोजिट है तो चलो डायरेक्टली उसकी टोटल 180 कर देते हैं. नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल का केस है तब भी आप ये कंसीडर कर सकते हो. राइट. सो ओके, स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर. DAB, DAB is nothing but the 50 degree. We have to find what will be value of x and what will be value of y. So if you will discuss about the triangle ABO, for this ABO triangle, we know that BOD, which is nothing but this X, angle X is an exterior angle, correct? Angle X will be exterior angle and obviously ABO will be the interior. So we know that exterior angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. Exterior angle is equals to the sum of two interior opposite angles, right? So we can say that this x is nothing but measure of angle OAB plus OBA. X is nothing but OAB plus OBA. Now already we know that DAB is equal to 50 degree and AOD are just collinear points. So if DAB is 50, then we can say that OAB also 50. First thing. Second thing is that it is nothing but तो कैसे मिल रहा था देखो, a triangle having two sides common, which is nothing but isosceles triangle. If we have such type of triangle, then we know that angles opposite to equal sides, angle opposite to equal sides are equal in measure. So as OA equals to OB, because it is nothing but radii of the same circle. As OA and OB are equal, therefore its opposite angle also will equal in the measure. So AB and OBA will be equal. Again, we know that if DAB is equal to 50 degree, then obviously OAB will be 50 degree. See, in the triangle OAB, OA equals to AB, which is nothing but the answer will be the area of the same circle, and OAB is same as OBA, which is nothing but 50 degree, right? So x equals to 50 plus 50, which is nothing but 100. So first thing is that you have the value of x. Okay, then now next. BCD, this angle BCD belongs to the quadrilateral ABCD, belongs to the quadrilateral ABCD. So ABCD is such quadrilateral in which all the four vertices are on the circle. Getting this one clear हो रही है? So we can use type. Okay. So we know that here BCD equals to BCD plus BAD equals to 180. The reason is nothing but those two will be opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Because of this, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So अपोजिट एंगल जो भी कुछ आपको मिलते हैं उसका सम आपको 180 रहेगा. So we can use here BCD plus BAD is equal to 180. That is BCD will be 180 minus 50. Therefore, we can say that BCD equals to 180, 130 degree. Okay, done. Getting this one. इस टाइप के कई न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछे जा सकते हैं. आपने यूज क्या किया? फर्स्ट सिर्फ आपको ओ डी सी बी मिल रहा था, राइट? बट आप उसका यूज एज अ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं बोल सकते. बट वी कैन से दैट ए बी सी डी इज अ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल बिकॉज उसके सारे वर्टिसेस आपको सर्कल पर मिलेंगे. ओके, शुड वी गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन? यस. So next question. Prove that a cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. Prove that a cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. ठीक. Cyclic parallelogram का मतलब क्या रहेगा? Again we have to consider such parallelogram in which all the four vertices will lie on the circle. If it is a case, then it will be a rectangle. ये आपको करना है. We know that rectangle is just one of the type of parallelogram. The only additional property is that each and every angles will be of 90 degrees. अगर आप ये प्रूव कर पाए तो डेफिनेटली आप बोल सकते हो दिस ABCD is a rectangle, right? So it is nothing but कोई एंगल 90 डिग्री रहेगा, ये सिर्फ आप करो. That's it. Because we are talking about parallelogram. If then opposite angles are equal, it is आप use कर सकते हो. If A will be 90 degree, then definitely C will be 90. We can go for it, right? So as a proof, A and C are nothing but opposite angles of a parallelogram, and we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. But we are talking about the cyclic parallelogram. ये जो आपने first condition का use किया, we are just using one of the property of parallelogram in which opposite angles are parallelogram. But it is nothing but a cyclic quadrilateral, right? If it is a cyclic quadrilateral, then we know that opposite angles are supplementary. That is measure of angle A plus measure of angle C will be 180. So just using those two cases as A and C are equal, so we can just replace that C by A. So you can say that twice of measure of angle A equals to 1. That is A is nothing but 90 degrees. That's it. Getting this one? As we have done for here, you can easily check for that B, D, C and many more cases. Therefore, ये जो साइक्लिक पैरेललोग्राम आपको दिखाई दे रहा था, इट इज नथिंग बट एन एग्जांपल ऑफ रेक्टेंगल. बहुत ही हिंदी टाइप का क्वेश्चन है, राइट? बट आपको क्या समझ में आना चाहिए? ये याद रहना चाहिए था, which is nothing but property of a parallelogram. That's okay. Getting this one now. The next one, again there is a cyclic quadrilateral, but आपको प्रूव क्या करना है? देखो, if diagonals of cyclic quadrilaterals are diameter of the circle through the vertices of quadrilaterals, then prove it is a rectangle. Okay, fine. क्वेश्चन पढ़ो एक और बार, क्या रहेगा? देखो, diagonals of cyclic quadrilaterals are the diameter of the circle. Diameter is nothing but we just have to consider a chord which is passing through the center. Through the vertices of quadrilateral, then prove that it is a rectangle. Again आपको प्रूव क्या करना था? देखो, अगर रेक्टेंगल प्रूव करना है तो सारे एंगल्स 90 डिग्री रहते हैं, ये आपको पता है. अगर कोई एक एंगल आप 90 डिग्री का यू प्रूव कर पाए, then we are done with this. Second is they are talking about cyclic quadrilateral. It means that उस केस में आपको सारे पॉइंट्स, सारे vertices will be on the circle. And second thing, we can use that property. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. एडिशनली आपको क्या बोला गया था, देखो द डायगोनल्स ऑफ साइक्लिक quadrilateral आर diameters, right? So we are just going through this. For a quadrilateral to be rectangle, rectangle के कौन कौन से रहते हैं, देखो diagonals should be bisect each other and they should be equal, means OA equals to OC आप अगर प्रूव कर पाए तो, as well as OB equal to OD and AC equals to BD. But AC equals to BD बहुत ही ज्यादा easy है, because क्या मिलेगा, सेम सर्कल के लिए आप कंसीडर कर रहे हो, राइट? वी कैन से दैट OA, OB, OC, OD आर रेडियन ऑफ द सेम सर्कल, हेंस ऑब्वियसली OA, OC ये सब आपको सेम मिलेंगे. सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट BD एंड AC आर डायमीटर ऑफ द सेम सर्कल, सो ऑब्वियसली उसका भी वैल्यू आपको क्या मिलेगा, सेम मिलेगा, राइट? OA equals to OC, OB equals to OD. Hence diagonals bisect each other. If diagonals bisecting each other, then that quadrilateral ABCD will be a parallelogram. It will be a first case. And second thing is that AB and AC and BD are nothing but diameter of the same circle. So obviously it will be equal. मतलब फर्स्ट केस में आपने प्रूव किया था क्या, जो डायगोनल्स रहते हैं वो बाइसेक्ट करेंगे. सेकेंड केस में आपने क्या प्रूव किया, जो भी आपको ये डायमीटर्स मिलने वाले थे, जो भी डायगोनल्स रहेंगे आपके, दोनों आर इक्वल इन लेंथ. So these two are just sufficient condition to prove that given parallelogram is a rectangle. ओके, क्या किया हमने, सबसे पहले आपके पास सिर्फ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल था, बट वहां पे आपने यूज क्या किया, दैट इफ डायगोनल्स आर बाइसेक्टिंग ईच अदर देन इट विल बी अ टाइप ऑफ पैरेललोग्राम. एंड उस पैरेललोग्राम के केस में अगर आपको दोनों नल्स का लेंथ इक्वल मिल रहा था, देन यू कैन से दैट इट विल बी अ रेक्टेंगल. दैट्स इट. इसके लिए जो एक किया 3D का केस, द डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ रेक्टेंगल, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ पैरेललोग्राम अच्छे से पता होना चाहिए. Okay, see. Now we are just considering a random quadrilateral ABCD. If A plus C is equal to 180, then ABCD is a cyclic one. फर्स्ट केस में हम डायरेक्ट में प्रूव करते हैं, अब यहाँ पे आप इनवर्स में यूज करोगे. If the sum of pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180, then the quadrilateral is cyclic. Then the quadrilateral is cyclic. Okay. आपको जस्ट एज अ रिजल्ट ही यूज करना है, आपको बिल्कुल भी ये प्रूव नहीं करना. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. सी, if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then prove that it is a cycle. If non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then prove that it is a cycle. Okay. Obviously, we have this ABCD is nothing but a trapezium in which CD parallel to AB. Then non-parallel sides आपको कौन से मिल रहे थे, AB and BC. Those are equals. Those will be equal. ये तो given fact था. See, we have to prove that the quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic one. ये cyclic रहेगा. cyclic के लिए आपने प्रॉपर्टी कौन सी यूज की थी, that opposite angles are supplementary. Opposite angles are supplementary, right? Getting this, तो opposite angle कौन कौन से रहेंगे, या तो A and C और B and D. So you just have to prove that measure of angle B plus measure of angle D equals to 1. We know that AB and CD are parallel, so AD will work as a transversal for it. अगर ये रख दिए transversal, then you know that measure of angle A and measure of angle B forms the pair of interior angle. वो जो हम C लेटर के बारे में बोल रहे थे वो वाला केस, right? So A and B forms a pair of interior angles. Hence we can say that measure of angle A plus measure of angle B equals to 180. ओके, आपको प्रूव करना है या तो A and C के बारे में या फिर B and D के बारे में. नेक्स्ट केस देखो, A D is equal to 180. Now we'll just consider that DE is perpendicular to AB. Obviously we know that CD and AB are two parallel sides, So as a construction, we just consider we are drawing perpendicular DE to AB as well as perpendicular CF to. So in this triangle DEA, in this triangle DEA and CFE, क्या क्या मिल रहा था देखो आपको. ऑब्वियसली ये तो 90 डिग्री है बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द परपेंडिकुलर वन. सेकंड केस, ये गिवन पार्ट है that AD and BC will be equal. AD and BC will be equal. And third part is that DE and CF will be equal because perpendicular distance between two parallel lines are equal. So DE equals to CF. It means that we have such two triangles in which आपको 90 डिग्री का केस मिल रहा था. 90 डिग्री के लिए जो अपोजिट साइड आपको दिखाई दे रहा है मतलब हाइपोटेन्यूज भी इक्वल रहेगा. एंड थर्ड कोई एक साइड. So using RHS criterion, you can say that DEA, triangle DEA is congruent to triangle CF. If it is a case, then CPCD का यूज करके आप क्या बोल सकते हो, A and B are equal. A and B are equal. Okay? Then फर्स्ट से आपने प्रूव किया था मेजर ऑफ एंगल ए प्लस मेजर ऑफ बी इज इक्वल टू 180. नेक्स्ट आप क्या बोल रहे थे, ए एंड बी आर इक्वल, सो वी कैन जस्ट रिप्लेस दैट ए बाय बी. सो आई कैन से दैट मेजर ऑफ एंगल बी प्लस मेजर ऑफ एंगल डी इज इक्वल टू 180. दैट इज बी एंड डी. बी एंड डी आपने सप्लीमेंट्री से ये प्रूव किया. सो इट इज सफिशिएंट टू प्रूव दैट given quadrilateral is a cyclic one. So using this we can say that ABCD is a cyclic trapezoid. समझ में आ रहा था. मे बी ये ट्रेपेजम वाला केस आपको एज इट इज डायरेक्टली क्लिक नहीं हो रहा होगा. मतलब लास्ट वाला कैसे पैरेललोग्राम का जो कर रहे थे, जो आपको रेक्टेंगल प्रूव करना था, आपको दिखाई दे रहा था. करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या रहना चाहिए, अगर आपको समझ में आता है, दिखाई देता है, तो आपको ये सारे थ्योरम्स इजी लगते हैं. अगर नहीं तो फिर आपको क्या करना है, साइक्लिक प्रूव करना था, मतलब अपोजिट एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री, ये आपको अज्यूम करना है. बट अगर ट्रेपेजम दिया जाता है, इट मीन दैट कोई एक पेयर आपकी रहती है हमेशा लल के लिए. सो जो भी आपको पैरेलल साइड्स मिलेंगे, फॉर दैट कोई एक नॉन पैरेलल साइड आप एज ए ट्रांसवर्सल कंसीडर करो. So you can see there will be a sliver, right? मतलब इंटीरियर एंगल का यूज करके आप सप्लीमेंट्री रहेगा, ये सबसे पहले अज्यूम करोगे. एंड नेक्स्ट पार्ट जो हम फर्स्ट थ्योरम से करते आ रहे हैं सर्कल में, दैट जो भी कुछ आपके सामने है जस्ट कन्वर्ट इट इनटू द ट्रायंगल सो दैट आप कॉन्ग्रुएंसी ऑफ ट्रायंगल का यूज करके वो दो ट्रायंगल्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट रहेंगे, ये प्रूव कर सकते हो. आफ्टर डूइंग दिस आप इजीली क्या बोल सकोगे, फिर सीपीसीबी का यूज कर सकते हो. ओके, गेटिंग दिस वन. A quadrilateral is cyclic if a pair of opposite angles is supplementary. Getting this one? If you want to take a screenshot, yes, just go through it. Okay, should we go for the next one? ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, सर्कल आर्क जो समझ में भी इजीली आता है एंड रिलेटेड टू थ्योरम जो है वो भी चेक. ठीक है, हमने क्या किया था देखो, फर्स्ट पार्ट जो भी आप प्रूव करते हैं इट इज अपॉन दैट कॉर्ड. अगर कॉर्ड रहता है तो क्या करोगे आफ्टर दैट, हमने कुछ दो एग्जांपल देखे थे फॉर दैट साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल. वैसे ही आपका नेक्स्ट पॉइंट रहेगा इस चैप्टर में से, व्हिच इज नथिंग बट आर्क ऑफ द सर्कल. आर्क इज नथिंग बट ये रहती है आपकी पूरी बैंगल. अगर बैंगल टूट जाती है तो जो भी कुछ आपको ये पार्ट दिखाई दे रहे थे एज अ ब्रोकन पार्ट ऑफ बैंगल्स is called as an arc. An arc is a part of the circle. ये समझ में आ रहा है? ये रहेगा आपका पूरा सर्कल. अगर आप उसी का broken part consider करोगे, then it will be R. We are considering one circle here. अगर आप इसमें से सिर्फ इतना ही पार्ट लेते हो, जितना आपको चाहिए वो आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो. देखो, कॉर्ड का मतलब क्या था? कॉर्ड इज नथिंग बट अ सेगमेंट joining any two points on the circle. कॉर्ड मतलब आप कुछ ऐसे अज्यूम करने वाले थे that straight line will be there. But instead of a straight line, अगर आप ये अज्यूम करते हो that हम सर्कल का ही यूज करके, सर्कल का ही पाथ यूज करके कोई दो पॉइंट्स आप कर दोगे जॉइन, then it is known as a arc. Suppose second वाला रहेगा कुछ आपका ऐसा, third one will be like this, and this one. ये पार्ट अगर आप करते हो then it is known as a arc. जो सर्कल आपके पास रहता है, सर्कल का ही जस्ट कुछ पार्ट कंसिडर करते हो then it is known as an arc. So naming of an arc बहुत ज्यादा important है, ठीक है? एंड वन मार्कर के लिए पूछा भी जाता है. इंपॉर्टेंट है बट अगेन चिंदी टाइप. सी, A is a point on the circle, B is another point on the circle. तो आप क्या बोल रहे थे? जैसे any two points आपको करने थे join, but for that you will just use that circle वाला path. सर्कल वाला पाथ यूज करके आप A to B कर रहे थे अगर join, then it will be a arc AB. But जो ये आपको करना था join A to B, क्या मैं इस साइड से भी जा सकती थी? देखो A to B आपको join करना था using that circular path. जैसे आप A to B यहाँ से गए, similarly can I consider here the path to be something like this? अगर आप ये करते हो assume A to B, this will be again arc AB. ये भी आपको arc AB ही मिलेगा, right? So are we able to differentiate between two arcs? सिंपल चीज क्या रहेगी? स्मॉलर वन कौन सा है, ग्रेटर वन कौन सा है, ये तो आप बोल सकते हो. समझ में आ रहा है? क्लियर हो रहा था? बट हमेशा स्मॉलर आर्क, ये तो आपने अज्यूम कर पाओगे. सो फॉर दैट we'll name another points. The first one is x, the second one is y. So now you can say that अगर आप axb के बारे में बोलते हो, then axb will be the smaller part and a by b will be the larger arc. क्लियर हो रहा है ये? इतना समझ में आ रहा है? Yes. Let me know in the chat box. Are you able to this one? Arc is nothing but जो भी कुछ आप कंसिडर कर रहे थे, ये जो 2 पॉइंट्स आपको दिखाई दे रहे थे, अगर मैं डायरेक्टली A एंड B के बीच में ये स्ट्रेट लाइन फॉर्म कर दूं, then it will be an example of chord. तो फिर आप क्या कंसिडर करोगे? आपको A to B करना है join, but for that you will use the circular path. ये circular path का सिर्फ आप यूज करना है. Okay? See. Now we'll just go through terms related to circle. Semicircle. What is the meaning of semicircle? Semicircle is nothing but ये जो भी कुछ आपके पास है, सबसे पहले आपने क्या किया? जो सर्कल आपके पास था उसके लिए आप डायमीटर ड्रॉ कर रहे हो. डायमीटर इज नथिंग बट अ chord which is passing through the point. Diameter is nothing but a chord which is passing through the center. If a second pass through the center, if a second passes through the center, then each arc so formed is called a semicircle. For example, अच्छे से आप सिर्फ याद क्या रखोगे? देखो, second is nothing but ये जो line आप consider कर रहे थे, ठीक है? Chord is nothing but segment. Chord is nothing but ये segment consider करोगे, and second is nothing but this line. सेकेंड की वजह से जो भी कुछ सर्कल के आपको टू पार्ट्स मिलेंगे, इट विल बी नोन एज अ सेमी सर्कल. इट इज एज सिंपल एज दिस. बिल्कुल भी रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है यहाँ पे कुछ. याद करना था आपको. अगर आप इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉर्ड बोलते हो, देन कॉर्ड पासिंग थ्रू द सेंटर, और इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सेकंड, देन जस्ट बिकॉज़ ऑफ दैट सेकंड passes through the center, each arc so formed is known as a semicircle. तो इसके लिए सेमीसर्कल के आप कैसे दे सकते हो? A X B एंड यहाँ पे बाय पॉइंट आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, सो सेकंड वन विल बी a by b. Done. Getting this one. See, now we have another one. Again we have a सर्कल, बट फॉर दैट आप कंसिडर क्या कर रहे थे, देखो ये ए बी रहेगा आपका सेकेंड, सो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ए बी ये ऐसा कुछ दिखाई दे रहा था, बट अगर आपको फॉर्म करना है, अगर आपको सिर्फ बोलना था आर्क के बारे में, इज दिस आर्क स्मॉलर टू द बिगर दैट सेमी सर्कल, ऑब्वियसली जो रेड कलर का आपको दिखाई दे रहा है ना, हम सिर्फ उसके बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे थे, ठीक है, सो ऑब्वियसली दैट से इज अ स्मॉलर वन. जो भी आपको सेमी सर्कल से छोटा वाला मिलता था, इट इज नोन एज अ माइनर आर्क. An arc smaller than the semicircle is called minor arc. Then obviously major arc का कैसे डिफाइन करोगे? Major arc is nothing but an arc greater than the semicircle. Only a minor arc can be named by two letters. Otherwise मेजर आर्क के लिए डेफिनेटली आपको ऐसा कुछ मिडल वाला पॉइंट फाइंड आउट करना पड़ता है, सो दैट आपको क्लियर हो जाए. अगर आप आर के बारे में बोल रहे थे, अगर आप उस पार्ट के बारे में बोल रहे थे, आपको कौन से बात से जाना है, ठीक है. ओनली माइनर आर्क कैन बी नेम्ड बाय टू आर्क्स. माइनर आर्क का मतलब क्या है? ऐसा वाला आर्क which will be smaller than the semicircle, and major arc is nothing but an arc greater than the semicircle. Okay. Now, what is this thing? O आपको क्या मिला था? O is nothing but center of this circle, right? O is nothing but center of this circle. Then we can define central angle. Angle का मतलब क्या रहता है? You just have to consider two rays which is forming an angle. So if we are talking about central angle, then central angle is nothing but an angle with its vertex at the center. बहुत इजी है ये सारे जो हम देख रहे थे. An angle with its vertex at the center is called central angle. Is called central angle. So central angle जो आपके पास रहता है, for that आप minor arc क्या बोलोगे? For this central arc, minor arc will be arc AXB. Arc AXB. Getting this one? Clear हो रहा है ये? Yes. Now, theorem. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by at any point on the remaining part of the circle. बहुत ही important theorem है. चाहे तो आप वी आई पी ऐसा भी कुछ कंसिडर कर सकते हो. अगेन एज अ थ्योरम रिजल्ट भी प्रूव करने के लिए पूछा जाएगा, और डेफिनेटली न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चन रहेगा ही रहेगा. दिस थ्योरम इज नॉट ओनली इम्पोर्टेंट फ्रॉम 9th of you, आपको 10th के लिए भी कई बार ही यूज करना पड़ता है, ठीक है. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. See, we'll just consider that central is nothing but name the angle. ये कुछ आपको AOB मिलेगा, so AOB will be the central angle. आपको प्रूव क्या करना था? That central angle is double the angle subtended by any point on the remaining part of the circle. Getting this one? समझ में आ रहा है? तो आप यहाँ पे क्या बोल सकते हो? If we consider a point C in the remaining part, तो आपको सबसे पहले ये ACB करना है ज्वाइन, सो दैट आप एंगल के बारे में डिस्कस कर सकते हो. मेजर ऑफ एंगल AOB is twice of ACB. Is twice of ACB. ठीक है, ये थ्योरम आपको करना है यूज. सो हम एक और चीज करते हैं. देखो, ये जो आपने C पॉइंट यहाँ पे कंसिडर किया था, इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट अगर आप C ये बोलोगे और ये रहेगा कुछ आपका C, रिमेनिंग पार्ट मतलब ये सेंट्रल पार्ट छोड़ के, ये जो आपको माइनर आर्क दिखाई दे रहा था ए बी, वो छोड़ के जो भी कुछ रिमेनिंग पार्ट है, अगर आप कहीं पे भी ये सी करते हो कंसिडर, देन फॉर दिस एंगल एज वेल, फिलहाल फॉर ये वाला भी आपको हमेशा क्या मिलेगा, दैट सेंट्रल एंगल का जो भी आपको मेजरमेंट रहेगा, इट विल बी ट्वाइस ऑफ सच टाइप. Okay, here we have the question. If ABC are 3 points on a circle with center O, if ABC are 3 points on the circle with center O, such that BOC is given as 30, BOC is given as 30, and AOB is given as 60. If D is the point on the circle other than arc ABC, then find the value of ABC. बहुत इजी टाइप का क्वेश्चन है, जो हमने लास्ट कंसीडर किया था ना, सेम वे का, सिर्फ आपको करना है यूज. बोल सकते हो क्या, देखो आपने क्या किया था, अगर आपको सेंट्रल एंगल दिखाई दे रहा है, सेंट्रल एंगल का मतलब क्या है, ऐसा वाला एंगल जो सेंटर पे उसका रहेगा वर्टेक्स. सो वी ने नो दैट मेजर ऑफ सेंट्रल एंगल इज इक्वल टू ट्वाइस ऑफ टाइप्स ऑफ एंगल, मतलब ए एंड से आपको कंसीडर करना है ही, बट जो वर्टेक्स आपका रहेगा वो आप अदर एबीसी आर्क पर ड्यू करोगे. सो ADC subtended by the arc ABC, just because of this ABC, ये जो आपको माइनर आर्क मिल रहा था, फॉर दैट माइनर आर्क आपको वहां पे 2 एंगल्स मिलेंगे. First one will be the central angle, which is nothing but AOC, and second one will be this ADC. So AOC is subtended by arc ABC as well as ADC is subtended by arc ABC. We know that according to the theorem, angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it on the remaining part of that circle. मतलब ये पूरा स्टेटमेंट याद रखने के अलावा अगर आप सिर्फ ये अज्यूम करते हो तो भी क्लियर हो जाएगा. समझना क्या है, देखो आपको आर्क आपका सेम रहेगा, सो जो आर्क आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, सो जस्ट फॉर दैट आर्क देयर शुड बी 2 एंगल्स, जिसमें से एक वाला रहेगा आपका हमेशा सेंट्रल एंगल. If it is the case, then we can say that measure of angle AOC, measure of angle AOC equals to measure of angle ADC. Okay, that is ADC is nothing but half of AOC. But directly AOC के बारे में क्या दिया था आपको, that AOC is nothing but AOB plus BOC, which is equals to 60 degree plus 30 degree. So you will get that AOC will be 90 degree. If measure of angle AOC 60 plus 30, if measure of angle AOC is 90 degree, then measure of angle ADC will be half of 90 degree, which is nothing but 45 degree. Clear हो रहा है, समझ सकते हो? Yes. Should I give you another question? Suppose this BOC is given as 35 degree and AOB is given as AOB is given as 25 degree. Then find what will be measure of angle ADC. सेम थ्योरम का आपको यूज करना पड़ेगा, सिर्फ यहाँ पे आपके कैलकुलेशंस चेंज हो जाएंगे. फर्स्ट पार्ट आपको क्या दिया था, दैट BOC will be 35 degree and AOB will be 25 degree. Then find what will be value of ADC. I want your answer in the comment box. Okay? Yes, Ghanara, just tell what will be the answer. Okay, good. कंसिडर क्या करोगे आप, सबसे पहले आपको फाइंड आउट करना होगा AOC क्या रहेगा. AOC इज नथिंग बट AOP प्लस BOC, बट नाउ आप क्या कंसिडर कर रहे थे, BOC विल बी 35, AOB will be 25. Very good Dhana, good one. So आपको यहाँ पे AOC मिलेगा कुछ BOC plus AOB which is equals to 60. अगर ये रहता है आपका 60 then उसका half आपका ADC रहेगा. So its answer will be 30 degree. Good है ना? Very good. Okay. Now another one. Again numerical type का question है. देखो क्या दिया गया था. In the figure, O is a center of the circle. Then find the value of x. आपके पास सिर्फ इतना ही पार्ट है. AOC given है, but अगर आप चेक कर सकते हो, then AOC is nothing but the central angle. AOC is nothing but the central angle, right? आपको ये x क्या रहेगा ये करना था. So जो आपको फाइंड करना है CPB. CPB is subtended by the arc BC. Also, COB is subtended by the same arc CB. ये क्लियर हो रहा है आपको? ये समझ में आ रहा है? देखो ये जो आर्क आपके पास रहेगा BC, इस आर्क के बारे में आप क्या बोल सकते हो? Just because of this arc, I can say there will be two angles. The first one is CP and the second one is COB. But COB is a central angle. अगर सेंट्रल एंगल आपको मिल रहा था तो फिर सेंट्रल एंगल आप कैसे बोल सकते हो? मेजर ऑफ सेंट्रल एंगल इज इक्वल टू ट्वाइस ऑफ दिस. सो BOC इज ट्वाइस ऑफ BPC. ये आप कर सकते हो चेक. बट आप ये एंगल प्रूव कैसे करोगे? हाउ कैन वी फाइंड आउट दिस एंगल? BOC is nothing but central angle. Are you able to see that AOB is nothing but a diameter? Correct? Know that COB is equal to twice of CPB. The reason is nothing but angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by at any point remaining part of this circle. So यहाँ पे आप बोल सकते हो सबसे पहले COB is equal to twice of CPB. But next is that जो ये आपको करना है प्रूफ. CPB is nothing but half of COB. But AOB is nothing but a diameter. मतलब ये आपकी रहेगी कोई एक लाइन. So AOC and POC are nothing but neighboring angle. याद आ रहा है ना? हमने सब किया था एंगल लाइन के बारे में. Neighboring angle क्यों मिलेंगे आपको? Because just one, right? So we know that if these two angles forming a linear pair, it means that sum of these two angles will be 180. So COB plus COA is equal to 180. COB plus COA is equal to 180. But already we know the value for AOC. AOC is given as 135. So COB will be 45 degree. Measure of angle COB will be 45 degree. So ये जो आपको 45 मिल रहा था अगेन यहाँ पे पुट करो. COB जो 45 रहेगा वो अगर आप फर्स्ट करते हो पुट then you will get that angle measure of angle CPB equals to 22.5. 22.5. Getting this one? क्लियर हो रहा है ये क्वेश्चन? न्यूमेरिकल सिर्फ कंसीडर क्या करना था. जो हमने पहला वाला क्वेश्चन देखा था वहां पे क्लियरली आपको समझ में आ रहा था कि सेंट्रल एंगल जो आपके पास रहता है. सपोज अगर आप यहाँ पे करते हो अज्यूम ये कुछ रहेगा आपका पॉइंट डी. देन यू हैव टू फाइंड मेजर ऑफ एंगल ADC. यू हैव टू फाइंड मेजर ऑफ एंगल ADC. इसके लिए क्या करोगे? देखो ये अगर आप ADC कंसीडर करते हो या फिर AOC कंसीडर करते हो, इट इज सबटेंडेड at the same arc. It is subtended at the same arc, right? Minor arc रहेगा आपका AC. उसके लिए आपको क्या मिलेगा? सेंट्रल एंगल के लिए कुछ मिल रहा था 135. देन ऑब्वियसली ADC के लिए आप क्या बोल सकते हो? 135 equals to twice of this ADC. So ADC is nothing but half of this. Okay, thanks Jana. Thank you. आर यू गेटिंग दिस चैप्टर? बट समझ में आ रहा है पूरा? सर्कल इज अ चैप्टर जहां पे आपको एज अ रिजल्ट भी कई क्वेश्चंस प्रूव करने पड़ते हैं। साइमल्टेनियसली न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चन भी बहुत ज्यादा रहते हैं। ओके, मतलब जो ये टाइप हम कर रहे थे न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चन, चाहे तो यहाँ पे रहेगा, अदरवाइज साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल से रिलेटेड आपको पूछे जा सकते हैं। अदरवाइज जो हमने फर्स्ट लेक्चर में किया था, मतलब अगर आपके पास रहती है कॉर्ड, तो उस कॉर्ड पे अगर आप परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करोगे देन इट विल बी अ बाइसेक्टर, इस टाइप के रहेंगे। एंड जो भी आज के लेक्चर में हमने फर्स्ट हाफ में किया था, द थ्योरम्स रिलेटेड टू इक्वल पार्ट्स। ओके, क्लियर हो रहा है ये? ओके, the last question for today's session. Last question for today's session. See, a chord of a circle is equal to a chord of a circle is equal to the radius of the circle. A chord of a circle is equal to radius of the circle. ये आपका given part है. Then find the angle subtended by the chord at a point on the minor arc and also a point on the major arc. Given क्या था देखो, ये जो आपको chord मिल रहा था, chord is equal to the radius, मतलब अगर आप ये O P Q के बारे में डिस्कस करते हो, obviously OP and OQ will be equal because those are radii of the same triangle. But given part से आप क्या assume कर सकते हो? PQ is same as OP is same as OQ. आपको फर्स्ट लाइन में यही पार्ट गिवन था. So in the triangle OPQ, PQ is same as OP is same as OQ. इसे फिर आप क्या बोलते हो? Having a triangle such that all the three of the same length. मतलब ये रहेगा आपका equilateral triangle. अगर ये रहता है equilateral triangle, then we know that angle of each measure of angle of each will be 60 degree. तो आपको क्या मिलेगा फिर? POQ will be POQ will be of 60 degree. Measure of angle POQ will be 60. Find क्या करना है तो आपको angle subtended by the chord at the point of minor arc. ये minor arc आपका रहेगा यहाँ पे PBQ. मतलब आपको प्रूव करना था, सॉरी आपको फाइंड करना है what will be measure of angle PBQ. PBQ के लिए क्या कर सकते हो? देखो डायरेक्टली आप पीबीक्यू के लिए नहीं जा पाओगे, बट अदरवाइज आपको प्रूव करना था ये वाला भी, इसका भी क्या रहेगा एंगल, आपको करना था फाइंड, राइट? सो पीएक्यू का अगर आपके पास पीओक्यू होता है तो डेफिनेटली आप पीएक्यू के बारे में डिस्कस कर सकते हो, राइट? क्या रहेगा बोलो फिर ये PAQ is subtended by the arc PBQ as well as POQ is a central angle subtended by the arc PBQ. If it is a case, then आपको क्या पता है? According to this theorem, जो भी ये central angle का measure रहेगा, measure of this central angle is equal to 2 times of PAQ is equals to 2 times of PAQ, right? So 60 is equal to twice of PAQ. तो PAQ का वैल्यू आपको मिल जाएगा 30 डिग्री. PAQ will be 30 degree. Then now we can see it is just a type of quadrilateral. But ये quadrilateral आपको कैसे मिल रहा था? देखो ऐसा, जिसके सारे वर्टाइसेस आपको सर्कल में मिल रहे थे for this cyclic quadrilateral. Obviously, it will be a cyclic quadrilateral. So, if we are talking about cyclic quadrilateral, we know that the property, the sum of opposite angles will be 180, or a pair of opposite angles are supplementary. It means that you can use that PBQ plus PAQ is equal to 180. PBQ plus PAQ equals to 180. Getting this one? Okay, so PAQ is equal to 30 degree. It means that PBQ is nothing but 180 minus 30. So its answer will be 150 degree. Getting this one? हमने क्या किया समझ में आ रहा था? सबसे पहले PAQ के लिए हमने लास्ट का यूज किया. सेंट्रल एंगल रहेगा आपका POQ. PAQ is again subtended by the same arc. That's it. And सेकेंड, पीबीक्यू करने के लिए आपने यूज किया था प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल दैट अपोजिट एंगल्स ऑफ अ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल आर सप्लीमेंट्री एंड ऑब्वियसली ए पी बी क्यू आपका साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलेटरल क्यों रहेगा? बिकॉज उसके सारे वर्टिसेस सर्कल पे ला करते हैं। समझ में आ रहा है? इतना क्लियर हो रहा है आपको पूरा? सो सी यू ऑन थर्सडे, जहां पे हम और कुछ अगेन डिसाइड करने वाले हैं। सर्कल के चैप्टर बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है बिकॉज साइमल्टेनियसली रिजल्ट भी आपको पूछे जाते हैं, न्यूमेरिकल्स भी पूछे जाते हैं। अगर आप रिजल्ट याद रखते हो तब भी आप सारे न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व कर पाओगे। ओके, सो सी यू ऑन द थर्सडे। बाय बाय।